YouTube. Okay, good morning. So, there's a uniquely powerful approach to endless willpower, or like to stop chasing the pursuit of willpower. Today, that's the topic. If that is the first time that you catch me live, say something in the comment, please. Say something that you're here with me. Hmm? If you catch me live prior, hey, happy you're back. So, hi, my name is Danielle Gattel, and I am a board certified health coach. So, let's talk about this unique, powerful method and strategy to get unlimited willpower, let's say. So, in order to understand this, there's something that I want you to get crystal clear with. And I'm going to tell you a story about it. There's I don't know if you remember, if you ever heard of Lady Fu Hao. She's she had a very clear set of values and priorities. So what's important for her in life and priority. So what come first? And what's for her was crushing the enemy. Most people don't, right? Don't. Often we don't really what we don't really want what we think we want. Like we act in so different, many strange ways that set us back and set our goals back. Other than other deeper priority come first, and we don't even realize it. Let me give you an example. So we think we want to eat healthy, and then we find ourselves eating chocolate at 8 p.m., right? After a stressful day. What happened to you? So we don't realize that our deeper goal, or don't feel bad, has taken priority over our surface level eat healthy goal. And we do find like this behavior confusing because you say, oh, but I do want to eat healthy. But now I am finding myself eating chocolate chip cookie. So sometimes we want two things that are in conflict with one another, such as could be like time with family versus time with ourselves. And so we, for this reason, we feel like very stuck in the middle with no real or clear plan on what to do. So that's why clarity it's important because it brings action. Okay. So when our values and priorities are not clear, that we act in a we act in conflicting ways. There's no doubt it. We feel confused also. And we just start spinning in these circles and say, I want this, but then I'm doing something else, or what's wrong with me? We saw this spiral of things. Then and it's kind of hard to move further with our goals, with our health goals, when we are confused, when our priorities kind of like we don't really know what we really want, and so we're not clear on our values and our priorities. However, when that is set clear, it creates some sort of like a map, and a map for action, and so that we think we can make thoughtful decision based on that. And but most importantly, we also believe that we can change. In order to get clarity and say, okay, this is what I want, that takes a little bit of work, right? And there's something also that our brain, unfortunately, have a little of this habit of operating subconsciously, kind of. And so that means that we are, we don't always know what we want, kind of like the first thing. And then we aren't always aware of how our biases and perception shape our worldview. That's the thing. So That's a couple of researchers that talk about that and show that not only our brain handle millions of complex decision, but it also hides this information from the conscious mind. So like that sneaky little, monkey mind. So it hide it because it will give the brain even more work on top of what already it's doing. So that's why to figure it out our deeper motivation kind of take a little bit of work. So, and how could you do that? How can you find your real, clarity that set direction for your health goal? But this is true for everything in life, right? So this could be, I notice is doing this kind of reflection exercise that said, okay, I noticed that I am making time for XYZ. Is that important for me? And so then, so why is XYZ meaningful to me? So, for example, if I ask you now this question, if you are live with me or if you catch the replay, answer the question below or just answer, by yourself, just find a couple of minutes to journal about it. So if I ask you what's important for you right now, what would you say? Because it's true that we all live busy lives, and sometimes pausing for just 1 second and asking a meaningful question related to our health and wellness can be challenging. And most importantly, in a world where health and weight loss is like seen as a chore, something you kind of know that you should be taking care of, but like but it's challenging, it's confusing. There's so many priorities that come before that. There's your family, there's your children, there's your career, there's your clients, and so that kind of go back in the back burner. And so like it take a little bit of it's I would say like it's very challenging and confusing to get it really started with this, right? And then you find that you start off and you go all in, and then after a couple of 2 weeks you give up and think that, okay, you need more motivation, you need more willpower to follow the plan or the challenge or the gym that is promoting, or just to go for doing that intermittent fasting or whatever you're doing. I say, oh my gosh, I need motivation, but that's the point. That's the unique approach that I want to teach you today. That is not, you don't need more willpower. Whenever you think that you need more willpower, more motivation, it's not that. It's because you are you are not really aligned with your values, and your priorities are not aligned. So that's how, and that's why you find yourself acting in conflicting ways. So let me give you an example, because like, if for example you are, I don't know, you are a high level coach, you're a business professional, you're a super, like that overachiever, and you're single, you work from home or you work at that corner office, and that you're busy launching your offers, you're busy on social media, getting traffic, getting leads, you really want to build up that course, and you're asking people what they want to know and all this kind of stuff. And then you have team meetings and Zoom meetings and whatever. And but then you think that you want to be healthier, look better, and do things. And so you said, okay, let me join that Whole 30 challenge that everybody talk about, that paleo, that Whole 30. Not knowing, not realizing that the base of that challenge is you cooking your meals, right? Is you going Whole Foods and going and cooking your meals. But how can you do that when you don't really have, when you have a eating, you have time to eat is like probably 20, 15 minutes. How can you think that you're gonna start cooking your whole, like the 3 meals, and that's so then you can follow through with the Whole 30? How can you do that? You see, there's a disconnection between what you want and how you act, because basically you want to eat healthy and you think the Whole 30 is giving that to you, but it's not true, right? So the first thing that you need to look at into this is having a time inventory. So how are you spending the time? If you want to go for the whole 30, it will be to start with say, okay, how am I spending my time? And so find an inventory on the time, go ruthless with the time, and say, okay, that's where I can carve time for cooking if I want to, or that's how I can look it on the internet and find someone to deliver the food for me, and so that I can follow through. So you see, it's not really going all in on the whole 30 without not considering your whole life. It's a whole different story. It's like taking an inventory and say, what can I really do that support my lifestyle, my current lifestyle? Because you don't want to give up that, right? You've been working hard to get to that lifestyle. So why you want to give it up? And so you give up your health and say, no, this is not for me. This is too complicated. This is I cannot do it. Oh, now you see, like I'm such a failure. I've been trying to do it, but it's not working. That is because you think, oh, I need more motivation, I need more willpower, but that's not true. The truth is that your values and your priorities are not aligned. And so when you get to the point where you say, okay, what is really important to me, then you can achieve your goals or can find a way where you don't rely on willpower and motivation so that you can achieve your goals. All right. That's all I got for today. If you like it, just give me, just say something in the comment. If you have any question on it that you want me to answer, please post the comment